Right, just a quick follow-up on how we use our round bale hay feeders. We weren't able, or hay bags, excuse me, we weren't able to take the video while we were loading it, but we use our small 23 horse tractor with fork buckets, or bucket forks, I guess they're called. On there, it's just a Massey Ferguson GC23. It only can pick up a 4x4 bale. I can guarantee that. We tried a 4x5, just that extra little bit made a big difference. This fall we built this feeding pavilion for them because, you know, donkeys can't get wet, but they like to be outside. So it has been a great success for us. It was a big building to build, 16 feet tall. We have a rope that goes to one side so we can tighten up the hay bag. We try to get the hay bale so it's sitting on its flat end so it doesn't roll. If it does end up on its other sides, we use some blocks to pick it up. But again, this is the 1-inch hay bag. Albert is a 15 hand mule, 15-2, and he's able to get hay out of it. Full demonstration of how that works for him. He actually prefers the 1-inch bag. We often will hang a 1.5 for him. We've got all the way down to minis and babies that are also here getting hay. Molly over on the other side. This is their only source of food. It is first cutting, nice and dry. Stays dry mostly because it's in here. We have a solar light up there. I don't know if you can see that. It's totally unnecessary, but we like to look out at night and see them out here because they cause mischief. Again, these are the babies. A little nervous because I'm in their zone. They all will choose different areas to eat from. Hi, Benjamin. Show them how you do it, buddy. So we just unwrapped this bale so it's still tight. But some of them like a loose bag, some of them like a tight bag where they can pull it from. But they've all maintained good weight this winter, except for Becky. She's a little thick here. As far she's like totally losing her fur because they're all trying to mate each other, the females, even though they're females. But everybody else is in good shape according to our vet. And we formerly fed with the 1.5-inch whole bags. Here's one right here. You can see the size difference of the holes. We fed rations on those, 1.5% of body weight versus the 1-inch holes. The problem with that is it creates a lot of stress and at feed time, so everybody's fighting over food because when it runs out, it runs out. They have 24/7 access to this, and like I said, they maintain their weight really well. It's a lot easier for us for feeding purposes. This bale with this herd that you can see here is lasting a week with a 4x4 and 10 days with a 4x5. The 4x5 we have to use our sled to drag it in, which works, but it is a hassle. So we were able to find 4x4 bales. Luckily, we didn't think we could, and it's worked out really, really well. The hay that's on the ground right now is from doing a hay changeover. We just brought that in, and we threw some hay around to get them away from us so we could get the bag up and seated properly. You can see Autumn and Albert eating. They do not get their teeth stuck. They don't get their feet stuck because the hole's small. In fact, a lot of times they step on it as the bag gets bigger on the bottom with the loose hay. Again, I'll just show you. It's a nice pace that they eat at. It's healthy for them. You don't have to worry about choke or anything like that because it does give them a chance to basically graze like they would in a field. Only it's nice dry matter. So I hope this works well for you. If you do end up with a tear, we did have a few. We just take baling twine and we stitch it together. Not really a big deal. It's not the prettiest thing, but this bag has lasted the whole winter with just a few little spots that were opened up. It was just some bad stitching. And these are the cheapies that are on Amazon. I know there's some name brand stuff out there that's probably better quality, but these have actually worked out really well for us. Molly's decided that she wants to eat right over here, so she pushed everybody right out of the way. part of being the big gal, get to do that, I guess. But you can see the amount of hay they're getting. They're excited because they just got this new bale. It's a good investment for you. These 4x4 bales, we're estimating weigh in the Northeast here about 500 pounds. And if you don't have a tractor, you can roll them pretty easily. It's just they'll get wet if you roll them on bad terrain. The yard glider is a sled that we bought. You could tow it behind a side-by-side. It's just a big flat like PVC plastic sled. It does keep it dry. It does work if you don't have a tractor, and you can get somebody to bring you these. If you have a small herd, this will last you the whole winter. If you've got like a couple minis, but you can leave it out. The big thing with them is you can't let it get wet, and you can't let them get wet while they're eating it. So we put one in the run-in across the street, and that has also worked well for keeping it dry. So I hope this helps you understand how we do it and saves you some effort feeding yours and reduces the stress levels around feed time. Have a good day.